As you know, I've been doing these breakdowns as a way of learning about my offense, trying to figure out what they're doing so that when I watch on Sundays, I know what they're doing and I can see it coming and seem like the smartest guy in the room. But these videos have also been kind of cathartic for me. 2012 was a crappy season for Saints fans. Bounty Gate, Goodell, suspensions, Peyton. You just got the sense in July we weren't going to the Super Bowl, even though we had a decent team. And then when the defense showed up, well, it got pretty bad. But like I said, kind of cathartic. And our Week 12 breakdown is a perfect example of this. So let's get to it. San Francisco in town, coming into the game. As you know, Bryce Harris in for right tackle, Streif and Brown. He's basically the third string offensive tackle. And if you want to go up against the San Francisco 49ers defense with your third string offensive tackle, it probably sets up to be a long afternoon. Well, here's the best part about that, though. Bryce Harris probably played awesome, you're thinking, right? Well, he did for 11 minutes of the game. He left with 4:12 left in the first quarter, so the Saints were down to their fourth string right tackle. Now, I don't want to make excuses because the Niners were a better team on this day. But when you're on your fourth string offensive tackle against a team like the Niners, you're pretty much at a disadvantage. Or so one would think. One of the things I want to point out is the Saints basically ran their same offense this entire day. They didn't change their game plan. They didn't throw everything out the window because, hey, they were down to their fourth string offensive tackle. And that also wasn't the reason why they lost this game. The problem on the offensive line wasn't on the edge. The main focus of this, and I'm not bashing any player, but the battle between Ben Grubbs and Justin Smith on the interior of the offensive and defensive line. It's the under tackle versus the left guard. A heavyweight matchup, to say the least. I mean, these two guys at the top of their profession, big boys, strong boys, and they fought all day long. Now, it wasn't that Ben Grubbs got beat up or lost the game for the Saints, but when he lost his individual battle, it spelled doom. It was catastrophic for the Saints offense. Here we go, play one. Saints with 38 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter, trying to add to their 14-7 lead, trying for more. History shows they can do that. However, on the Saints' first play of the drive, the Niners rush 3 and drop 8. Now that showed us what the San Francisco 49ers were going to do on this defensive drive. They were going to play it safe. As the play develops, actually check out Devery Henderson. He gets behind the defense and almost comes down with what could have been a huge play, could have possibly changed the entire complexion of the game. Here's why it could have. On the very next play, you know what happens. The Niners do the exact same thing. They rush 3 and drop 8. One of those guys, well, it's Ahmad Brooks. The Saints try a stick-and-go route with their tight end, Jimmy Graham, in the slot, and Ahmad Brooks steps in front of Breeze's pass, goes the other way. We are tied at 14. So the 49ers get the ball to start the second half. They go on a methodical drive, and they make it 21-14. Instead of us being up in the game 17-7, at worst, maybe even 21-7, we're down 21-14 in the game. So what do the Saints do? First play of the third quarter, it results in a sack. Justin Smith just blows up Ben Grubbs. Like I said, he didn't do it often, but when he did, it was catastrophic. One play later, Breeze and Colston trying to make something happen on the middle read route, but it's second and long, and the Niners know the Saints are passing. How do they know this? How do they show they know this? Well, they've established they can get to Breeze with 4 rushers. So what do? Let's try to get to Breeze with 3 rushers. It worked well last time to end the first half, and it works well again. Breeze steps up because look at that. He gets pressure from the outside. He has to throw over the defensive tackle, McDonald. The throw then is high. Colston goes up to go get it valiantly, but he's hit low. The pass is tipped, and it's another pick six going the other way, and the Niners in control of this game at that point. Now somehow the Saints managed to stay in this game. The defense showed up on this afternoon. And as we pick up our next play, the Saints are hanging by a thread, and that's when the death blow, the killer, comes with 5:53 left to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 2 from their own 44. The Saints need 2 yards to keep the drive going. But they end up losing 8 on the play. Breeze sacked again. 3 wide receivers and Graham spread out, and this time the Niners are going to do something that they haven't really done all afternoon. That's overload and come after Breeze with a lopsided rush. The Niners overload the right side of the offensive line. Brooks, Willis coming on a 3-on-3 situation. I said 3-on-3. Well, the Niners won 2 of those 3 battles. 2 out of 3 ain't bad on this play. As you see, San Francisco gets to Breeze. They finish with 5 sacks on the day. And the Saints never had a chance after that. 31-21 our final score. A tough loss. I was at the Superdome that day, I'm not going to lie. With the games that were coming up, you got a sense that this was it on the season. You know, that was pretty much, they had dug their grave. A bad conference record, bad divisional record. And in the end, that's exactly what happens. The Niners, hopefully we can get some revenge in 2013. Anyways, this has been a breakdown of the New Orleans Saints offense. Showed you some of the negative things this week. Next week, I promise I'll find something positive, even though it's hard. You know, that's right, the Thursday Atlanta game. Join me anyways. I'm Frank Martin. Thanks for watching. Check you later.